Right here we've got a HP Compaq A300 micro tower PC. This is one PC that I keep having to deal with over and over and again because it's a very beautiful PC, I must say. If you've been following this channel for quite a while, you must have seen this PC perhaps once or twice. I've had to do an upgrade on this PC, not once, not twice. And on this particular one, I'm going to be opening it up again and taking a look at the inside. The first thing you notice on this PC is that it's not got a DVD drive, but this is not a problem. This is something I can easily take out and fix. And taking a look at the front of the PC, we've got 4 USB 2.0 ports in front, and that's the headphone and the microphone jack right here, and we've got a headphone jack as well right here. If you look at the back of the PC, we've got right here PS2 ports. The serial port is right here and a VGA port is right here. We also have a display port right here. And the beautiful thing is that on this PC, we have 4 USB 3.0 ports behind it, 2 additional USB 2.0 ports, as well as the RJ45 LAN port. So this is about what you expect to get at the back of this PC if you were to get something like this. But on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best, I would say that this is a 10 PC, grade A, highly clean, doesn't look like it has ever been used. If I take a look on the force side, I don't even see any scratches on this PC, and if there are even any scratches, these are very, very minimal scratches. Sometimes you get PCs like this, they are in a very, very terrible condition, and believe me, I get a lot of these kind of PCs, and when the panel, when the housing is really looking very bad, sometimes I just don't want to pass it on. I just want to take it apart and take out the parts from the PC and perhaps sell the parts separately. But this particular one, I really do think with all the upgrades we'll be doing today, this is one PC that can still stand the test of time, that can still be very, very relevant in today's environment. You can actually go ahead and put an SSD on this PC. We can upgrade the RAM to something more interesting, as well as also having to keep your hard drive. So in any case, we're going to be opening this PC today and then taking a look at what we expect. So if you want to open this PC, there are 2 knobs behind it. So what you have to do is to unscrew it. Sometimes it's very easy to unscrew because typically it's not so tight of a screw, so you can just unwind it like that and it comes out. See, and that's the side panel going out. Very easy, and this is one design that has always been with most of the HP PCs of this generation. As I can already see, there's an SSD right here, but I'm going to be taking that out because I pretty much want a new SSD on this system. So, but it looks like a spacious PC. I've had instances where I have to install a graphic card on this PC and never really had any problems with space. Of course, not a gaming graphic card. This is not a PC that I would actually recommend for gaming. If you are looking for something for gaming, you may want to consider some other PC. And on this channel, there are actually some recommendations as to what PC you can actually use for gaming. This is a classical office PC, and right here we have a RAM slot. Just trying to take it out to see how big it is. That's an 8GB DDR3 RAM, like you can see, and interestingly, we've still got additional RAM slots, so we can go ahead and upgrade this to as much as 32GB. And right here at the PCIe Express slot, we have the PCIe by 16, as well as the PCIe by 1 slot right there. So the SSD is here. I'm just curious what kind of SSD this is. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the SATA cable and then push out the SSD that's right here. Oh, beautiful. Looks like a Samsung SSD, specifically the Samsung 850 EVO 250GB SSD. This is a beautiful one, but in any case, I've got new SSDs and I really want this PC to ship with a brand new SSD. That's the power supply right there, and right here is a casing fan. The processor is right here. If I were to go ahead to install a wireless LAN card, then I will have to take out this and have access to the PCIe slot right there. Interestingly, we still have the possibility for an additional HDD drive right here. I typically tend to want to ship out my PCs with an SSD as well as a HDD drive, just to give additional storage to whoever will be using this system. We still have to fix the DVD drive, like I said. So this is it, the HP Compaq Elite 8300 micro-tower PC. This PC actually came in different form factor. We got the small form factor. We also got the, I think the ultra small form factor. I'm not so sure, but I'm pretty much sure that the HP Elite Compaq 8300 micro tower PC actually came with the convertible mini tower, which is a little bit bigger than this one, like just one a little bit higher. And then we've got the micro tower as well as the small form factor, which was like half size of this, and then the ultra small form factor. But right now in front of me is the micro tower. Like I said, PC looks excellently clean. I'm even surprised that inside of the PC is not dusted, except that these are just little dust that the PC had accumulated while sitting around in the warehouse. I'm still in any case going to blow it out and make sure that the PC is really looking in very clean condition, and thereafter I'm going to upgrade the SSD, add additional RAM sticks, give it a really nice clean, and then we have a PC that's ready to go. So first things first, we're going to take out this, and to do that, all I have to do is to lay the PC on its side, and if you look closely, there are some clips right here. A long time ago, when I didn't know that there was a clip behind it, what I did was I just saw this green clip, took it out, and I can't remember if I took this out, but I went ahead and forced everything, and then I destroyed the front casing. So if you ever have to remove the front casing of your HP Compaq Elite 8300 micro tower PC, just be careful to remove this first clip. That's it. Just give it a gentle push. You can already see that it's unclipping. And then don't forget the clips that are inside. So I'm going to take out the second one as well as the third one. So if you do that, automatically it bounces out and you can easily just take out the front cover. Looks clean in and out. Some of these PCs actually come with dust all hanging inside, but this, I must say, is looking in a very, very clean condition. So to install the DVD drive, this is the part. You can actually put it here, but I tend to want to put it in the middle, which is right here. So to do that, I just have to unplug this. On this one, there's two side clips right here. Two small side clips. So I'm going to push the side clips and then push the cover from the inside so I can take it out. And that's it. So in this way, I have created an opening for me to be able to put in my DVD drive right there. I did find a DVD writer, which I'm going to install on this PC. I'm not so sure of the model right now. It's really dusted, but it says DVD writer model SH216. But it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is that it's working, and this is exactly what we're going to be putting on this system. So to do that, we have to take out the screws here on the side of the PC. If you look closely, you can already see that these screws are for mounting the DVD drive. To take that out, I'm going to be using this flathead screwdriver to unlock it, just like that. Okay, now that I've got my screws, I'm going to go ahead to screw it on the DVD drive. So two on one side, and then the two other screws go onto the other side. All right. So I'm going to put one here. And the last screw comes here. All right, so if you've done it correctly, it should actually be like this. 2 screws on the one side. All right. So all right, now we have that installed on the top. Initially we had removed the covering on this port, but we want actually this cover gone. So to do that, I'm just going to pop this off. Just be careful so that you do not break the clip, because if the clip is broken, then it's pretty much not a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to pop that up, and then I'm going to push this down. Okay, all right, so that's there. And thereafter, I'm gonna just close the front cover like that. All right, now we've got our PC, the DVD drive installed, and everything seems good. A little bit dusted also right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean that. I always like when a PC comes out really fresh, no dust or whatsoever. Kind of gives a good impression to. All right, so we've got that in place. Lest I forget, I still have to make sure the power supply is popped onto the DVD drive, and that's it right here. So all I have to do is to plug that on. And after which I have to get a SATA cable from the DVD drive to the main board. Okay, so this is something I've got quite a number of these flying around, and to do that just have to, okay, that's there, and the other one goes right there. All right, we have that already in place, and the only thing that's left now is for me to go ahead and change this SSD. I wouldn't want to leave this on the system because, like I said, I don't know how long this has been installed, and I'm not so sure of the condition of this, except I do a check on it. The best option for me is just to take it out and then install a new SSD. There are just 4 screws holding this, and this is pretty much a very easy process. You have to only unscrew the 4 screws, and then you have access to the SSD. But this is one SSD that's supposed to be very tough. Samsung 850 EVO. This is one SSD that back in the days was very popular, and even up till now, if the condition is good, it tends to last for a very long time. I've had very little instances of the Samsung SSD failing, but I'm still going to check this, and if it works, all good. But sometimes if I want to have peace of mind, I just want to take a new SSD and pop it onto this PC, and it's case closed. All right, so that's out. That stays there. And all right, guys, look what we've got. We've got a 500 gigabyte HDD as well as a 256 gigabyte silicon power SSD. We'll be coming to this, but first the 500 gigabyte SSD. To install that on this PC, we actually need this HP HDD mounting screws. Without these screws, it might be pretty much difficult to get this PC, this HDD mounted on this PC. I've tried this so many times with other screws. It doesn't just seem to work. The best bet that you have is to possibly just get these screws. If you don't have it, you can easily get it online for cheap and just pop it onto the HDD. In this way, the installation is just a one-way process. But if you can't find this and you must install this on this PC, it's going to be kind of tricky, but it's still doable. But I would really advise that you get the HDD mounting screws. And either on eBay, you can easily get it on eBay, on Amazon, depending on where you like to shop best. So to install that on this PC, I'm just going to go ahead and slide it into its place like that, and slide it to its place. Sometimes you have to apply some force to really make sure it's properly in place. Like I said, I've got here a 𝗪𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗺 256GB SSD. Beautiful SSD. Used it for quite a long time. Never had any problems with it. If you've been following this channel for quite a while, you would have noticed that this SSD tends to occur and reoccur again. This is because I've had a very beautiful experience with this SSD. The reviews out there is also very encouraging, and I tend to want to use it. Even though the Samsung SSD in itself is not supposed to be bad, but like I said, sometimes it just makes a lot of sense to add new stuffs to these things. In this way, you have some guarantee, because on this SSD is also a 3 years warranty. So in the event that it goes south, I can actually take it out and still get perhaps an exchange. But like I said, I've never had any problems with this SSD. So exactly the way we remove the Samsung SSD, that's the same way I have just installed the 𝗪𝗵𝗲𝗀 SSD. Let me know if you've ever had to use this SSD, and let me know if you've had problems with it and what exactly was the nature of problems that you had. It will be interesting to want to hear your experience out with this SSD. So if you've done it correctly, it actually should be looking exactly like this. So I'm also going to go ahead and pop this in, and then power cable comes right here, first to the HDD as well as to the SSD. And then the first SATA cable comes onto the SSD. I'm still missing a SATA cable for the HDD, and once again I'm just going to grab a new SATA cable. I have to take this out and put this here, and then the other one comes here. Okay. All right. So in this way, we have now installed a 500GB HDD as well as a 256GB SSD on this PC. Everything looks very good, rigid, solid, neat, which is very important. And the only thing that's still missing here now is to go ahead and populate the RAM slots. And for this PC, I'm going to be installing an 8GB DDR3 RAM. I've got right here the Samsung PC31200U RAM. Each module is 4GB, making a total of 8. So I'm going to go ahead and populate the RAM slots like always. And the second one goes right there as well. All right, if you've done this correctly, you should actually be good to go. But before I will close this PC, because I actually did see some dust lying around here, I'm just going to wipe it out, and after which, and never let a PC go without it having a taste of my ever reliable hand blower. Okay, so everything looks good. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and close the PC. And one more time, you once again take the side panel, slide it on, and then screw it back into place. See, I'm always okay with just locking this with my hands, because actually you have the possibility to get a screwdriver and then make it tighter, but I just realized that closing it with your hand is already tight enough, and if you close it properly like this, there's no way the side panel would fall off. Okay, so this is what we've got. Beautiful PC, still good enough for this present day and age, if you ask me. Like I said, it's got an Intel Core i5 processor. It's a quad-core processor, which makes it suitable for quite a lot of stuff. You can actually go ahead and put in a graphic card on this PC that would make it possible for you to do some light form of gaming, but I wouldn't advise that. Just keeping it as an office PC would actually mean that this PC would first last longer for you, and you won't have to use it for a purpose for which it wasn't intended. If you want to install your Word document, you want to go ahead and watch YouTube videos, you want to run some light programs, Excel, PowerPoint, Facebook, you know, all those stuff. A little bit of multimedia. If you want to edit on this PC, then perhaps you possibly have to get a better graphic card than the onboard graphics. But once again, I've not edited on this PC and wouldn't be actually able to tell how it will hold up in terms of editing. But light editing, okay, but you want to edit the kind of videos I edit using Premiere Pro, depend on how big your files are. If they are going to be 1080p, then might be a little bit of a struggle. But then it's a beautiful office PC that you can possibly have in this day and age. This particular one is very interesting, and I can highly recommend this PC anytime, any day. So I hope this video helps you, give you an overview of what you can possibly do to bring your HP Compaq Elite A300 micro tower PC back to life. If you've got this PC and you are still running a mechanical drive, I will highly recommend that you go ahead and install an SSD. In this way, you can have a very good experience with this PC. So I hope this video helps you. If it did, go ahead and click on the like button, subscribe to the channel. Until I see you again, peace.